Hey, welcome back to another episode of 501 BBQ. I'm Brian Robinson. We got Kelsey back behind the camera today, so that's a good thing. Today we're going to show y'all how we cook up a pork loin on a rotisserie on the Breeo Firepit. Let's go. The first thing we did was get this Breeo going. So as you can see right now, it's rolling pretty good. We've got some royal oak charcoal in there, 3 sticks of wood. So what we did to get this going is we took 2 chimneys full of royal oak lump charcoal. We put a layer in the bottom of unlit. We took some royal oak tumbleweeds, lit the 2 chimneys. As soon as they got ashed over on the top, we dumped them in, added a couple sticks of wood, and this has been going probably 30 minutes, so it's going good. It's pumping out some heat. So let's get this pork loin going. So the pork loin we have today is a Prairie Fresh pork loin. It was the real big one like you see in the store. So all we did was cut this in half, and the other one, we did a trial run on this last weekend. Turned out awesome. So now we're going to show y'all. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn this over, and it does have a fat cap on the back. You can either take that completely off or you can either take it completely off, but what we're going to do is just come through here and make some score marks on it, because as this heats up, these will kind of turn a little crispy, and it'll make them really good, plus our seasoning will get down in here. There we go, however you want to do it. If you want to go at that angle, looks good. So the next thing we're going to do is take the spit that comes with our Kudu rotisserie, and we're just going to hit right in the middle of this pork loin, and we're going to try to stay in the middle until it comes out that side. That looks good right there. So what we're going to season this with is some Fiesta brand seasoning, Season It All. We get this at our local grocery store. They have some awesome seasonings. So I'm going to start on this fat cap side, and we just got a little oil. I think this is canola oil. And so we're just going to put a little bit on the back side here. Just get that seasoning sticking. And then we're going to come in, I'd say about a medium coat of seasoning. And back here, I kind of want to rub it in to get it down in those grooves that we cut. And then come back in one more time. Don't forget about your ends here. All right, now we're going to flip it over. We're going to do the same thing to this side. Seasoning's got a great color as well. All right, so we're just going to let this, we have a little boy that's fired up out here. But we're just going to kind of let this sit, and then we'll come back and we're actually going to tie this up. It don't need any more wood in there. Go ahead, put 1 stick in. Right there, thank you. We'll come right back to you. All right, we went ahead and laid out 5 pieces of butcher twine. So all we're going to do is come around, nothing special. I'm not a butcher, so I don't do any special knots. We're just trying to kind of get this a little bit tighter on this spit here. So if it wants to start coming apart, this string's going to hold it on. All right, and this is the last one. So we're going to come in with just some scissors and cut off this excess. So then we're going to take the spikes, I don't know the technical term of these, but we're going to slide it in. That's another reason we want to use the butcher's twine, is because this pork loin is not just real big, so we don't really that don't hold it real well. So we're just going to kind of get some pressure on here and then come in from this side. This is a bigger end, so it will stick in there. We're just going to push it on, tighten it up, and now we'll get it going. All right, now we're just going to mount this Kudu rotisserie. We do have a video on exactly how this is mounted, but it does go right here on the Breeo outpost. So you can just slide it on here, tighten it up. This is the motor and the battery pack. It slides right on the back side. Now let's get our pork loin. See if I can get this in here pretty quick. There we go. So now we'll get it right over the fire. We'll drop it down to about right there. And then all that's left to do, hit the button and it starts spinning. We do have our grate on here. We're going to do a little cooking on that later, but we're just going to let this spin and we'll come back and check on it here in a little while. All right, the pork loin's been going right at 20 minutes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add one more stick of wood right in the middle. So we got good coals going, still got our pieces on the edge. So we're just going to add that right there. The pork loin is looking fantastic. And so right over here on the edge, we got a little snack while we're cooking, just cooking a few pork chops we sliced off of this on the sear plate. So I guess we'll probably just let it roll until probably about another 30 minutes or until we have to add another stick of wood or something like that. So y'all stay tuned. We are 45 minutes in on this cook. So I'm going to take the time to turn this off and we're going to check the internal temperature. So that fat cap is looking excellent. And so you can really see our score marks on that. I'm going to let it spin to about right there. We're going to shut it off, get down in the middle. So we're at 115 degrees. I'm wanting this to go to at least 145. So we are going to take this pork loin has been going right at 1 hour and 15 minutes. And so we are going to temp it again. It's looking really good. Everything, it's dripping a lot of juices out. That's why you want to leave that fat cap, because it just sits there and bastes this whole pork loin as it spins. So we're going to kill this. I'm going to take my thermopin. We're going to get right in the middle. Down on the end, it's a little higher. It's about 153. Right here in the middle, we're at 148, 147. So we're going to call that good. So all we're going to do, very carefully, grab the end of this, just slides right out, and we're just going to set that on the board. Got my gloves on to handle this hot food. So what we're going to do is just disassemble this, loosen everything off, pull it out. We'll pull this spit out. And then we're just going to take a pan, set it right there, and we're just going to set this in the pan and just kind of loosely cover it in full, and we're going to kind of let it sit there and hang out for about 15 minutes, and then we'll come back and slice this thing up. This thing's got done with its 10-minute rest, so we've got it moved to the board here. It looks amazing. Can't wait to try the little fat cap pieces there. So all we're going to do is come in with our slicer. We're just going to cut it right down the middle. See how we did. Looks really good. A little odd, you got your hole in the middle. We're going to take us a slice off of here. It's hot, it's tender. Very good, very juicy, awesome flavor from the Fiesta brand seasoning. That's a winner right there. This pork loin turned out fantastic. We can't wait to see what else we do on this Kudu rotisserie. This is our second cook on it. Can't wait to use it again. So just a little recap of how we started everything. We started out with some lump charcoal in the fire pit, and then we lit 2 chimneys of lump charcoal, dumped it in. We ended up using 5, maybe 6 small pieces of wood, so not much wood. That coal lasted a long time. We seasoned the pork loin up with Fiesta brand, seasoned it all. Puts an awesome flavor on it. We scored the back of this fat cap, and now you can see why. You can just pull those off and eat them, and they taste amazing. So we appreciate y'all watching. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for watching.